Hi guys, I want to take a minute to be vulnerable with you. I kind of wanted to put it out there a little bit about my backstory and why I respond certain ways to my clients and my patients and why I teach them certain techniques and find them to be so important. I don't teach anything or do any of these techniques because I just read it in a book. I mean, the techniques in which I learned firsthand as me being my first patient. I come from a lot of trauma, both from my childhood and as a young adult. And as a child, I literally had nobody teaching me coping skills. Nobody really there for me to explain a lot of things that were going on. So when trauma was happening, I would literally be able to black out in the middle of a trauma. I had gotten so powerful over my thoughts where I could black them out or I could black out the whole scenario while it was happening to me at that moment. And that was my coping skill, was to pretend like it never happened, but that trauma stayed with me and haunted me. Like, if I dared to sleep, I would have nightmares about my body opening up and trying to release these anxieties and these stresses and this trauma. And as an adult, as a young adult, I had something that I couldn't black out, this trauma that lasted for a long time. It was like torturous and so intense that it took decades to be able to process. But as my healing journey began, I knew I couldn't black out my adult trauma because I had children at that point, and you can't black out parts of your life that you have babies that were involved in your trauma. So, as I was starting my healing journey, I was by myself. I had nobody besides my kids. I had no guidance. I had no nothing. I tried everything. I did try real therapists with a therapist speaking to them. I tried the EMDR, the rapid eye movement therapy. I tried biofeedback and neurofeedback therapies. I tried working out till I was freaking blue in the face. I tried. I mean, I was doing my breathing techniques. I was doing, but I wasn't creating the space within myself to release or to feel safe, because that was a problem. I didn't process, because for your brain to release, you have to feel safe to open up and let your body release stuff that your body has held on to. So my body held on to this trauma and manifested in crazy ways. Like, I'm a 3-time cancer survivor. I've had cysts and tumors removed from my gut, from my horrible gut health, all these things that happened with my muscles and my tendons and my neck and my head and all these crazy things. So I teach techniques like the transcendental meditation so people learn how to have these coping skills which allow them to create that healthy, safe space within themselves